Hey guys, welcome to Three Calibers. It's been a while. Sorry for not posting in a while, but it's been a very busy year, work and traveling and shows, and I was over to Texas, was invited over the Pulsar, absolutely amazing event and really nice people and absolutely amazing food, that's for damn sure. I have to give it to you Americans, you can do a barbecue, that's for sure. Really enjoyed it, and thank you so much for the hospitality, by the way. Anyhow, I was invited over by my friend Frederick, who's in charge of this place, and there's been a lot of damage from wild boar lately. And it's an early spring now, and this is time of year when farmers are planting the seeds and whatnot, and the pigs are really coming out and taking advantage of the situation. So it's been so bad, in fact, that he's actually called quite a few of us out to help out tonight. And for this application, I'm going to be bringing my Bergara B14 Crest carbon. So carbon fiber barrel, carbon fiber stock. I got my Svemco Genesis suppressor on it with an Armageddon Mirage cover. Thermion 2 LRF XL60 because I want the long detection range and the wide field of view, because I don't know if it's going to be close range or if it's going to be a bit further. Bipod, I'm using the Tier 1, which is made of aluminium and carbon fiber. Really stable and good enough for PRS, even though it's a lightweight system. The tripod is from KJI or KJI. It's made out of carbon fiber as well, so very agile, very lightweight, complete package. Even if there's a lot of equipment here, it's still very lightweight. Also added a new thing from KJI, a leveling head to the tripod, so I can I can move the rifle a lot more, much more agile. Still using the camera adapter plate, and on this one I'm hoping to mount this little thing that we just introduced at EVA 2025, the new Pulsar XG35 LRF Oryx. This is a design that is completely one-handed use. So internally you got one internal battery, you got one exchangeable APS-5 battery. In total that gives you about 12 hours of battery life. Absolutely can vouch for that. It's really good. And as is an XG35, that means we have a 12 micron pixel pitch with a 35mm f1.0 lens, giving you about 1800 meter detection range and 12.5 degree field of view. What I really appreciate with this unit, except for being truly a one-handed device, is firstly the battery life, the ID range, the field of view, but main feature, it actually fits in a pocket just like the Axiom. Slightly bigger, but much smarter. They also improved the LRF, which is now out to 1500 meters, and that does, I mean, I'm not going to shoot animals at that distance, that's for sure, it's way too far, but I've noticed that it actually performs better in bad weather, such as fog. It's not. I'm not going to say it's going to be working in every time there's a fog or anything, but it does better than the old LRF for sure. To film the whole thing, I'm hoping to put this one on a tripod, and this is a Merger LRF XT50 with a 1280 by 1024 resolution 12 micron sensor and an f1.0 50mm lens, giving you 2,300 meters of detection range and a field of view of almost 17.5 degree field of view, which is massive. And that's probably my main favorite feature with this one. So even though I can ID a very long distance, which is a great improvement, that field of view is my #1 feature that I really love with this unit. It's just so much easier to scan a large area like these fields. So whether it's close range or it's long range, you got the full environment in your picture, and it saves a lot of time and a lot of work. And hopefully I'll be able to mount the new Oryx next to the rifle, depending on the situation, we never know. And on top of it, it's the Thermion 2 LRF XL60, which is an absolute beast and definitely my favorite scope that I've ever used for the time being. I'm going to say for the time being because there's always, like, I always think, like, every time they drop something new, it's, I can't get better than this, and then they come out with something even more amazing. So I'm going to stick with, so far, favorite image, absolutely. Favorite unit, still clip-ons, still the Krypton 2. But image-wise, this one, absolutely. 11.7 degree field of view, 2,800 meter detection range, meaning that IDing male from female boars is several hundred meters, and just makes life a lot easier for me. So we'll see if we see anything tonight, and I really, really hope. I've shot a lot of pigs here, helping Frederick out. I'm hoping that this evening we can get something cool for you. So let's see what happens. Alright, so here we have a group of fallow deer at about 400 meters away from us, and we're filming with a merger LRF XT50 in the big image, and as you can tell, the image is very, very clear for that distance. This is a fox, red fox at 150 meters. He was chasing a mouse. That was quite interesting. Anyhow, this evening was very, very cold, and as we were moving around, we were using the new Pulsar Oryx XG35, and we found that to be a very usable unit. Here you can see Frederick holding it, as it's just slightly bigger than the Axion. It fits in your pocket, but the main feature that I really enjoyed with it is firstly the field of view and the detection range and how clear it is, but also the new LRF is quite well improved. It's got 1500 meters of range finding. That is more a thing that it will cut through bad weather better. So even if it's a little bit foggy or rainy, this new laser will actually give you a distance much better than the old one did. So this is just a group of fallow deer. We're running through the different pallets. This evening was a thermal high contrast evening for the most part, even though it was very, very cold and windy. So using the amplification level on normal was more than sufficient to get a good image. Really love this green palette, by the way. It's extremely nice and gives you a very, very clear image. Plus it's a lot less strain on your eyes than the white or black hawk. Usually I run the red monochrome, because that's the wavelength of light that will hurt your night vision the least, but this green one does a really, really good job as well. And here we found the wild boar. They are, as you can see quite a bit away from us, and they're working together with fallow deer, roe deer, and some hares, which is quite interesting. Problem was, it was really, really windy, and it was a very bright moon. It wasn't a full moon, but it was very, very bright. And as we were walking in, I set the mergers up on a tripod trying to film us getting in. We had a bunch of roe deer in between us and the pigs, and we couldn't get a clear shot because there was too many animals in the background, and so we had to wait. Fortunately, when the roe deer saw us, which you'll see here in a second, they ran away and scared off all the animals, but the pigs came back by themselves, and we could finally get a good clear view through the rifle scope, through the XL60, and we got a yearling. So it was a good evening. As you can see, here's a sow to the right, we've got the yearling to the left. Down it goes. Alright, so there we are. A good finish to a very nice evening. As you can tell from the footage, we had fallow deer all over the place all the time, and me and Freddie were out for quite a few hours, and it was a lovely evening to begin with. Very nice clear skies and not too cold, a bit windy but not too cold. And as the hours passed, we saw foxes, we saw roe deer, badgers, and in the end we saw a group of pigs, but they were in with the fallow deer. So we had to try to stalk up to them, and as we were doing that, it started getting just colder and colder and colder, and at the end we stalked in, and we were at, we spooked a couple of roe deer as well that scared them off a little bit, and then they ran up in the forest but came back pretty soon. However, the funny thing was, we were lying down, or I was lying down on the ground, Freddie was sitting next to me. We were trying to pick the spot where there was no risk of injuring any animals in behind. There was loads of fallow deer all the time, and in the end we got a good opportunity. It felt like it started raining. Took the shot, pig was down, happy days, yearling, and as I was going back to the tripod, to the KJI tripod, to get the mergers and just turn off the recording, I saw that the memory card was full. Never happened to me before, so that was quite interesting. But then all of a sudden this blizzard just comes in. It's just snow all over the place. It's really strange weather. But anyways, really happy with the gear. The Bergara performed well. The Thermion XL 60 performed excellent. Got some new footage for you with the Oryx XG35 LRF and the Merger LRF XT50. The mergers were mounted on the KJI tripod. I didn't bring that up with me as we were talking in. We wanted to put the merger on the tripod to get some stability, and as it's carbon fiber and pretty thick, it gave it good stability even in pretty windy conditions. So very happy with it. Hope you enjoy the footage, and I'll see you next time.